Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life, to become the real, true manifester who you were created to be, the Golden Buddha. My name is Anna, and I created Magic and Miracles in order to help people of all walks of life. I've coached them all throughout the last 10 years of me being a coach, the last 3 years out of 10 on YouTube, and I've created what's called the signature coaching program. And if you spend 2 to 3 months in this coaching program with me, if you're wide open, honest, consistent, and really come to work and take this process seriously, I guarantee that I can help you quantum leap. I can really transform your life in a way that right now you're only goaling yourself at, or maybe even dreaming. Okay. Now, depending on, and this is not an empty promise by any stretch of the imagination. Again, I want to underline 300 million times that you have to come ready to work. I cannot do this process by myself. I cannot do your push-ups for you in that sense. In order to be in my coaching, you need to book a 1-hour session first. There might be a slight wait for you to join my coaching schedule, so to speak, because it is a schedule. You are going to have your assigned slots 3 times a week. It's how we rendezvous. Everything's recorded for posterity, for you to rewatch, and a lot of people do rewatch even after they have left my coaching. And what I want to kind of remind everybody is that I do channel. I channel on my channel, and I also channel in sessions, and sometimes so much so that sometimes I have no idea that I said something, or I completely forgot, or I'm just not entirely Anna. I'm something extra, and I think you know what channeling means. And so, even I take notes from my book now for later out of the sessions. So the sessions are really great. They can be held on via Zoom or via phone call. Whichever you prefer. If you have any questions about what I just said, you can email me. Additionally, I have an audio on my channel that I recently recorded about the do-it-yourself packages. And this is something I'm also working on one of them right now, which is the Signature Energy course. Is going to be amazing. But I'm taking my time because I got super excited. I put it up for sale, and some people purchased. And you can too, because, you will be the first one to receive these audios. It's a full, complete, I'm not going to get into it. Go listen to the audio. It's everything you need to know about the energy work in an audio form without interacting with me. Okay. But I'm taking my time because I want it to be fucking spectacular. But I'm goaling myself like end of this month, beginning July will be complete. So that's as for the coaching. So I want to thank everybody who attended my live yesterday, how to receive a proposal from your SP. And if you haven't watched it, go watch. If that is your goal, I understand it's not everybody's goal, but if that is your goal, it is so achievable. It's beyond. It's just really beyond. And it's usual, or sometimes usual, more often than not, let's just say, I'm back with some extra notes, okay? And actually was going to go do something completely different, and I got so fucking inspired. It is obscene, actually. And I'm just going to go ahead and proceed with my mental notes. I haven't even gotten a chance to write anything down, not a single word. So I really want to drive this home with everybody, because this is going to be a shorter audio than the whole live, which is under just a little bit under an hour. Nevertheless, go watch it. It's there. For those of you who need to see my face, I myself, listen, I would rather never make another video again, but I only make the effort for you to show up and to remind you what I look like. Anyway, I love recording audios, which is how this channel started. But I really want to drive this home in this audio that everybody, myself included, sometimes people I really feel like over-idolize me. I'm just like you. I just go to the mental gym more deliberately, perhaps, than some, or have been doing it on purpose more longer than you. That's it. That's the difference. It's not really, it doesn't make me special. It doesn't make me more unique. Yes, I've had experiences that, are otherworldly to some and this and that, which helped me build my faith in my importance of this role that I'm living out in this lifetime. But so have you. So have a lot of people, So really, really, really try to understand that this is a mental, emotional, a metaphysical gym you're going to. Choosing to be happy simplistically, over really simplistically put, is a choice. Is a choice. The same shit can happen to two different people, and one will remain sulking and feeling hopeless and feeling angry and feeling whatever, the depression and you name it. And whilst I salute humanity and being human, and don't get me wrong, I'm human. Everything, I am completely transparent with you on my channel and have been with, minor things that are, strictly personal. Not everything is for public consumption, but the things that I have been talking about, I want to be completely transparent so that indeed you see that I am just like you. I'm just a human being who figured out, their importance in this lifetime and their importance of the role that they play in this scenario called my life. And therefore, me being a human, I consider myself radically different from other coaches in that I salute being angry. Excuse me. I salute your sadness. I salute your whatever. But just how much of it are we going to indulge in? In other words, of course, you're going to get angry from time to time. Of course, you're going to react to something. Let's just minimize the time you stay in that fucking reality, because that's just one reality. It's just a little bit of like, one of my favorite analogies is that when you go to this fun house, I believe it's called, and there are these distorted mirrors. And you got spooked for just a second, but it's just one fucking mirror, dude. Sorry. Kind of came out of me. It's just one mirror. Don't obsess over one fucking mirror being one reality out of the myriads of fucking possibilities that are available to you, like 24/7, every billionth of a second, as Bashar says. Fuck it, if it's too hard to imagine for you, just go every second. Every second I have an opportunity, every minute. Let's even, make it even more manageable, right, for a human mind. You have the opportunity to jump to a considerably, if not drastically, different reality. Now think how powerful that is. Think how, just let that sink in. That your problem right now, whether it's a proposal, bringing back your SP, whatever, the money, the mama drama panorama, you are convinced that your problem is here to stay, that it's permanent. This is what makes it so permanent. But if you were to allow this malleability in your life, not being cuckoo, not being psycho, not being irresponsible, and not being not accountable for the shitty shit you do, but actually having choices of what is the next thing that's going to play out. Yes, I can react to this mirror for just a second here, have a little moment. And by the way, parenthesis here, not for nothing, but one of the major things that I pride myself with my clients, that I do with all of them, inevitably, is I help them really to just calm down and start really operate from their gut state. This is a really, really important situation to accomplish, okay? You really need to start to look at things differently and start considering things differently, for your reality to, for your mind to even entertain, hey, you know what? Something else is fucking possible. Just that alone. For no other reason other than, let's just think about it for just one fucking second. What if things could be different for me? What if there's this odd chance, 1 in 1 million, whatever? It's not. It happens every second, every billionth of a second, okay? That you could turn the situation around. Great. So since you know, first of all, before you ask, it is given, as it is said in the Bible, based on parallel realities, by the way. Okay, so there's some good ideas there. Not all of them are great, but some really great ideas and some really great phraseology, shall we say. Before you ask, it is given. So your solution was indeed present at the time that the problem was, presented to you. Now, if you remain on the same frequency with the problem, you understand that the solution is nowhere in fucking sight. You are too enamored with the problem. You literally are. This is how you wired right now. Rewiring, as I just mentioned, the emotional rewiring, it does take time. This is why coaching is so tremendously helpful, because there's another person there to remind you, hey, stay on track. Go like this. Remember this. This is why you're doing this. It's literally like, let's just say a basketball coach, shall we say. It's not a physical activity though. It's just the mental and the it's everything, but it's mental and emotional instead. But this is what you have to do. I come back around to the beginning. Being happy is a choice. Choosing another outcome is also a fucking choice. That you're choosing the same outcome for yourself based on yesterday is also a choice. Just realize that for just a second. It is a choice. You're making the same decisions over and over again. Make a different decision. Start considering this decision. But don't ask for something that you think that you can get. Don't play small. Don't play down. Don't go back to your mama drama panorama mentality and start putting God into a square little box. Fuck that shit. Ask for exactly what you want. You want to get married to this person. You want to have their babies. You want the house. Or maybe you just want to get married. You don't want the children and the whole hoopla. Whatever it is you're after with this person. Or maybe you don't want to get married. Like I said, it's not for everybody. You just want to live under the same roof and enjoy life ever after. Whatever, but it has to be on your terms. And if you don't address day in and day out, if you're not contributing to your reality that you say you want to be a part of, and the percentage simply does not change of, for example, if I'm in the bad mood, theoretically speaking, God forbid, from morning till afternoon, that's a lot of time wasted. That's a lot of opportunity to jump into another reality. And if I'm staying with my desire for 10, 15, 20 minutes, tops an hour, and the rest of the time I am so consumed with the problem that my dreams are being drowned out by the drama again. I'm not giving myself a chance. It has to be then. It has to be that your dreams and your goals overwhelm inside of your consciousness, inside of your mind, for the time being, overwhelm your consciousness and leave very little room, if any, for any other possibility. This is what I was talking about in live. Some of this I'm kind of covering slightly differently, just adding in some new, maybe not new, but, additional thoughts, let's just say. And, people, the other thing that is really frustrating to see in people, because I know how it feels to be in that position, and I'm going to try to explain it yet another way. The time is not relevant. Why? It isn't that we don't give a fuck about like if it's gonna be in 1 day or in 10 years. It isn't that. But if you're pressuring the time frame, it's gonna take longer. It's just your focus is on the worry. You're worrying, okay? Versus you understand that if you have fun in life, just for the lack of better verbiage, if you have fun in life, that time itself is malleable as well. I cannot express it into words other than explain it like this. When I used to model, when I used to be a model in New York, I hated my job. And there was an expectation to show up here, to show up there. And it was just really, really crazy hours and whatever. I wasn't having fun. And like a lot of people really watch the time. Oh my God, how much longer am I going to have to be here? And all this fucking jazz. You're familiar with the scenario, I'm sure. When I started working for myself, the amazing thing happened is that I couldn't spend enough time. It wasn't like I didn't want to spend enough. I couldn't find enough time in the day to spend on my business. That's how much I fucking was in love with it. And so time completely stretched for me. Time slowed down for me. Einstein was totally right. And that time is, passes differently for different people. And you realize that actually time is eternal. Time, the way we measure it, it really makes no fucking sense. So when some people say to me, I'm in my 40s, this is the majority of my clients of YouTube. I'm in my 40s, I feel like life has passed me by, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's one point of view. Another one is that everything has been preparing you for this moment. And that's the reality of things. But in the sense that you're viewing time from a very, again, distorted point of view, from a very human point of view. When you start actually having fun in life, and yes, that does entail doing what you love doing. You can't get away from that. I mean, let's face it, you spend a lot of time at work, whatever it is you do. So you might as well. It's like the kind of, again, chemistry that you're involved with, the kind of people that you hang around, the kind of relationships you have, the business relationships, the kind of people you hire or you maybe, co-workers with, all of that matters, okay? But when you start having fun, time is not a subject for any kind of conversation because you're so in the flow of this energy called life that it's just like, oh, look, this miracle happened just to my left. Oh, look, this other miracle showed up that I requested, a couple days ago and maybe even completely forgot about it. Because you're not stopping and obsessing. You're constantly planting seeds and these seeds show up as you go. In that sense, not obsessing about anything other than just enjoying life. If you're sitting there like watching your desire and waiting, this is so, it's really, really heavy duty energy. Let's just say it like that. It's just screams to the universe, I don't trust you for 1 second to take care of things on my behalf, even though I know you've come through for me all these other times, but at this one time that it matters me so much, you're going to make it happen. So it's a contradiction. So underneath your waiting or that you start reasoning it out with age and all this fucking bullshit, it's so irrelevant, it's not even funny. Nobody gives a fuck about your age and neither should you. Okay, really abandoning this idea of time, collapsing the timelines and realizing time is eternal. You will understand it when you'll have the experience, as Neville said. Okay, there's no way I can explain it. Like when you jump into another timeline, not parallel reality timeline, like a different theme altogether, like an upgrade, shall we say. You feel like you've been there forever. And you feel like the other timeline has absolutely nothing to do with you. And you're right in that sense. You're absolutely right. This is why you should be stopping and saying this to yourself. My other self is already living that shit out. And I have to get to know this person. I have to be a good journalist of what they smell like, what they eat, what they wear, how they talk, how they feel in frequency. It's available. It's available. You just have to be able to be a little bit more playful with this rather than, where's my fucking stuff? Okay, yeah, wrong question. Where's your fucking vibration? Should be the question. And are you allowing yourself to just entertain a new idea? Entertain a new idea. Okay? Entertain a new timeline. On that timeline, you will feel like this is always your reality. So if you get yourself to that place, let's just say you're not in that reality just yet. Okay? You're about to quantum leap. If you get yourself to a place where your mind can accept that, yes, this feels now that I've gone to the gym enough and been consistent enough and chosen that specific parallel timeline, parallel reality, what have you, on purpose, day after day after day, I feel like this is my normal. This is my next step. This is my next upgrade. This is my next desire, whatever it happens to be. A manifestation, a quantum leap. I have to feel like this is reality before it ever enters the stage. When you are completely blanketed, forget blanketed, you're swimming in that fucking energy. You are surrounded. This is the work. I'm explaining the work. You have to spend some considerable amount of time to tweak this to such a magnificent artistic perfection that your whole entire life can turn the fuck around in every department of your life. This is not a tall order. Don't get too excited. I don't make empty promises to people who trust them with me with their money. It's important to understand that it's a process. It's not a quick fix. It's just going to go back to some shit show situation you're dealing with now. It's no good. You really need to go for gold and arrive at this realization that this choice is available right now. This choice is available to you right now. What are you doing about being closer to that parallel reality, that parallel timeline where it feels like this is completely normal? And in this case, you are not asking how much longer is it going to be. This is the furthest idea from your mind. Who gives a shit? I'm having so much fun just like vibrating the way that I do in anticipation that the universe, fully trusting the universe, fully knowing it's going to amaze and dazzle and fucking flabbergast me to the moon and back. And I'm just completely enthralled with how, and the anticipation of the unfolding is the best way that I can describe it. Completely full trust. I've done everything. I've familiarized myself with this frequency. I know what it's like to be this person. I know how this person walks. I know how this person talks. Parenthesis here, again, still not being psycho, but actually connecting with that parallel version of self who is upgraded. You know what you want. You know how you want to be. Start getting familiar with that parallel timeline. Mimic that timeline. Become a better version of yourself. And these things will gravitate to you like, holy shit, bananas. It's going to be like Christmas in July or whatever. July is coming up. So, it's like that. But then imagine that's your life. But it's up to you. Show up to the gym. Show up to the mental gym. Show up to the emotional gym. Don't be lazy. And nobody's going to take care of it for you. Okay? Nobody's going to decide for you. Not your SP. Nobody. It has to be you. Once you, and I'm going to close with this. Once you've made this pact, this energetic pact, this marriage occurred, this recognition, this building out in your mind, and really, making friends with the reality that you're jumping from. By the way, big parenthesis here, totally slipped my mind. Yeah. Making it good where you are. You cannot leave a reality just being disgusted with it. No fucking way. I've learned this lesson like over and over again. You're gonna have to get humble enough and start looking for things to appreciate right now, where you are. What have you learned? What are you grateful for? What are you gonna do better? Are we committed to choosing happiness every single day? Or are you just going to drag on, not doing that? Let's just say. Politely put. There is something, many things, but that's beside the point. Something in this reality that you're occupying right now that if this situation did not happen, you would not be able to move forward to the next chapter. Write it down, put it on your fucking fridge, right in front of your desk, wherever you frequent the most. I don't know. You would not. This is a blessing in disguise, if you want to use it a different term. It's a little, not exactly, but this is the gift you're looking for. This reality right here. You too busy looking elsewhere, wanting something else. Right here, in this moment, this is the gift. This is why they call it the present. The present moment is the gift. The gift for you to acknowledge, hey, wait a minute. There's a lot to appreciate here. I know it hasn't been easy. I know it hasn't been exactly as I wanted, but you know what? God damn it, there's a lot to appreciate here. If you take this attitude, your days will never again be the same. Just never. Again, I want to stress, I'm all for being fucking human and having a little moment, even a little meltdown or whatever. But in the end, the base, and this is the last thing I promise that I'm going to say because I got to go. You have to create the basis that I trust the universe. I know it's on my side. I know it's going to deliver whatever I touch with my finger because everything I touch turns to gold. I'm the golden Buddha. Hello, how are you? And this entire time, I've been misinterpreting this reality as it being against me. Somebody fucked with my mind and I bought into that idea. They worked really hard for it too. Toxic people do that a lot. And a lot of you have had toxic parents. I have been lied to. I need to rewire, relearn how to actually think appropriately to what's actually going on, which is that I'm always taken care of. My wishes always come true. I always get what I want. If I show up and I provide the frequency of that person, that reality has no choice but to be mine. No matter what anybody does or says. And all that I have to understand is that I am an eternal being. I have all the time in the world. In that sense, time is eternal. I'm not in a rush, and therefore everything comes to be in the speediest of time. This is my life. I reclaim it. I'm the golden motherfucking Buddha. In Jesus' name. And if you receive it, can you say amen today? Oh my God, too funny. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. No offense to the religious people. I do listen to Joel Osteen. His apps are fucking absolutely fabulous. And actually, that was inspired by him. I love watching him. He is absolutely amazing. Anyway, thanks so much for listening. If you have any questions about coaching, again, the links and the packages and the email that you can email me on is below. Thanks so much. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.